What's up, all you beautiful people? It is an absolutely gorgeous day in New Hampshire, and honestly, it kind of sucks being in the shop, but I got to get stuff done. So today we are doing an order for an FN 509 with the BALDR S light, dual RCS Overhooks with the Modwing concealment claw, and we are using the palehorse split mold here. Now this gun comes factory with a threaded barrel option, along with MRD, optic mount option, and then the suppressor height sights option. This right here is just a regular FN 509 blue gun. Obviously it doesn't have those options, but for our folding purposes, it does not matter. So we already got our material. Our oven is already heated up. Now we just got to go to town. Let's get the 2 pieces of blocking on that we need to do, and that's it. And we'll get it in the press and get it out the door, along with, I got to make a shank for it too. So let's go to town. So when setting the blocking for your RCS Overhooks, if you don't already have the blocking on there, it is in line with the claw. So if you notice, the mounting holes for the claw and the mounting holes for the RCS are directly in line with what they need to be. So when you put the mounting blocks on here, make sure that they're exactly where you need to be. So right here, these are the RCS blocking that is available on my website. I use it for RCS like this, and then also the wedges if people want to put wedges on. So we're going to line these 2 up like so. They're in line right there. And all I got to do is tape them in place with just a single piece. I know, it's weird, right? There's 1. There's 2. Make sure they're parallel to each other. And stab the holes for air to escape, and guess what? We're ready. So go ahead, let's throw that other stuff in the press. Although my heat press is up to temp, this is still cold. I literally just got it in the garage, I just turned it on, so this is still cold, so it's going to absorb a lot of, well, it's actually ambient temperature, so it's going to absorb a lot of the heat coming off this. So before I do anything, I'm going to go ahead and do a heat cycle and let the moisture and all the crap and let it get up to temperature. That way we're not wasting time doing other stuff. We might as well set this area up while we're waiting. In the press, now it's a waiting game, and then flipping it over here. Now, the dimples didn't really come through here, and I don't want to drill it off. So what I'm going to do is, you don't have to do this, but I'm deciding to do it. There we go. So now we know it's going to be perfect. And I'm going to do these in 1/4 inch and set some eyelets on it too. All right. Drill the retention. Switch to 1/4. And we'll use our countersink to deburr, both outside and inside. Now I don't have a trim jig, so we're gonna go ahead and cut out the outer circumference, like so. We'll cut out the center and then fold it around the blue gun. So let's go ahead and go to the bandsaw. very important step, because there's been a lot of times where I've messed this up and you just look at yourself and you're just like, you freaking dummy. On top of dropping all the eyelets, make sure you put them in before you fold it, because then you're gonna have to unfold it. Jeez, dropped like 3 or 4 already. I'll pick those up in a minute, but just get them in. I believe these are 8/8. I mean, it's just a single layer of Kydex, so literally any size will work. But they come in 2 diameter differences. One's a 6, one's a number 8. And obviously a number 6 will not fit a number 8, and vice versa. So just make sure you're using the right tool with the right eyelet. Nothing sucks more than getting ready for a job to realize you either have the wrong parts or the wrong tools. Now time to fold. And welcome back to art class, where we draw on Kydex. And straightforward, we're gonna draw how we want this. Get the back for the sweat shields. Now this does have an optic. So I'll go to the ejection port. And then we'll put that over. And then back to the bandsaw we go. And it's the favorite time. Gonna clean it up and add all our hardware, and out the door it goes. This is going all the way out to Pennsylvania. Actually, I'm gonna be in Pennsylvania in a few weeks for Mopar Carlisle, Mopar Nationals. So it's gonna be, well, not Nationals, but Mopar. it's a awesome show. Like 3,100 cars went last year. It was insane. All right, so before I add the retention hardware, I always do this because, well, let's just face it, we got fat hands. Getting in there kind of sucks. So we'll go ahead and add those. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now with the crappy thing is I only have 1/4 inch long ones, and I'm not going to use the 1/2 inch guys. They barely go through, so you just got to make sure you don't push on them when you're adding the hardware, as in adding the screw, because then they will fall out. So keep that into consideration. Get all 4 in there. All right, and then I grabbed 1/2 inch because, like I said, it is thicker. So what I'll do is I'll throw that in there, throw it on, and then start the process. So I'll check these. If these are too long, then I'll go to the 0.4375, which I think these will be fine. Yeah, these are fine. And I dropped one. There we go. And so again, so we don't push it through, I'll put it in. Whoop. Like so. All right, now let's add the hardware. This is right-handed. I always send it with the small attachment on here. Get the screw, or the nut and screw, sorry. We're going to grab our pass-throughs. Tighten those bad lids up. There are 1/4 inch guys in here. And these are 3/16. I'll get them started by hand. And then I'll grab our Forster that I modified. I'm going to have to buy another set because I broke one trying to get a screw out of something. Tighten these up. Check the retention. Tighten them up. A little tight. Let's back it off. That's beautiful. All right, and then of course we got the shank. If you didn't know, you guys are just tuning in, I make and sell shanks. It's a carbon fiber rod. Inside, there's no metal, and these go through x-rays, and they go through metal detectors. And looks like a Sharpie. So this order is all set and heading out. Well, this holster came out absolutely phenomenal. I know I say it in every video, but every video, they really do come out awesome. I really spend the time to make sure that the lines are good and everything is all set on this. So here is the rig. You're going to see it right after this as well. No complaints. This went smooth. It's great. It's still before noon, which is fantastic. Guys, I'm going to let the dogs out, do the thing, grab some lunch, and then come back in here and make a ton more. I do have a couple orders that I got to do where if you guys are a holster maker as well and you have a job for something that you got to do, for example, like a Beretta M9, pain in the butt to do on the foam press. Well, I have a mold for it. So what I would do is I physically just foam it, or not foam it, but I'll physically make a shell on the vacuum, and then I send it to you for you to finish. So I do offer those options, and a lot of people do utilize that. And it's a nice alternative instead of buying the mold for a one-off job where you just get a shell and then you don't have to worry about the mold. You just need a folding tool, whether it's a blue gun or your customer's actual firearm, it will work perfect for you. But on that note, I do have a lot of stuff to do. It is almost the end of the week. I'm actually really looking forward to tomorrow because it's supposed to be nice as well. along with cleaning up the shop and getting things done. So on that note, thank you to Holster Smith and Knife Kits for providing everything. I'm getting a huge delivery from them tomorrow. Well, not huge, but a good size delivery of pretty much restock that I need and to knock more holsters out. So I'm going to continue with that, and I will see you guys on the next one. Keep moving forward. See you later. Love you. Bye.